What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you back to Knicks Daily. In the world of basketball, the point guard position is often regarded as the most critical role on the actual court. Point guards are responsible for orchestrating offenses, facilitating plays, often acting as the on-court leaders for their teams. Now, I want to talk today about Tyler Kolek and Pablo Prigioni, Priggy Smalls. So, I know it's a different type of comparison because one is old and one is younger. But when I look at Tyler Kolek and his potential, I see Priggy Smalls. And for some of you younger folks and younger fans who don't necessarily remember Pablo Prigioni, man, let me remind you with some of the comparisons. Now it's a stark difference. Pablo was coming from overseas. Tyler's journey as a basketball player began right here in Rhode Island. All right, I said right here like it's there. But he quickly made a name for himself in high school. Now, at that time, he was showcasing his scoring prowess and his court vision. His performances earned him a scholarship to play college basketball, and that's where he continued to develop his skills. As a standout player in the NCAA, Kolek demonstrated his ability to lead a team. He showed his ability to set up plays and make crucial shots. And I don't know if we're seeing much of that in Summer League. During his college career at Marquette, that was impressive in terms of his statistics and his accolades. And that's what caught the attention of the New York Knicks. Now, with Pablo Prigioni, many of you don't remember, we had to beat the bushes to find talent. So the New York Knicks happened to go overseas to find his talent, where he was having international success. Prigioni was born in Argentina, and that's where he honed his skills in his home country before moving to Europe. So in Europe, he played for several top-tier teams in Spain. All right. Now, what stood out about him was his playmaking abilities, his defensive acumen, and his leadership qualities. That's what made him stand out in the Euro League. Now, despite his success overseas, we were able to pluck him, and he became relatively. He made a smooth transition. We got him at 35 years old, though, so it was a small window of what we would get. He had a high basketball IQ, and that's what allowed him to quickly adjust to the NBA game. Now, when I think of Pablo, some of you who watch, you'd be like, Kolek and Pablo, I don't know, the styles are a little bit different. Well, here it is. Kolek offensively is known for his scoring ability and his shooting range, if you watch what he did at Marquette. He has a knack for creating his own shots also. Now, whether it's from beyond the arc or driving to the basket. Kolek's passing abilities are equally impressive. He also has a keen eye for finding open teammates, as we've seen in Summer League, and setting up scoring opportunities for him. Now, defensively, Kolek is tenacious, often taking on a challenge of guarding an opponent's best perimeter player. I know that's going to change here in the NBA, but his quick agility, quick hands, that makes him a threat for steals and disrupting the opposing offense. And that's what reminds me of Prigioni. But also his basketball IQ and his leadership are evident in his decision-making on the court. Often he's known as making the right play under pressure, and that's exactly what we need in a market like New York. Now, with Pablo Prigioni, his offensive game was characterized by his exceptional passing and his court vision as well. But he also excelled in the pick and roll, definitely creating opportunities for his teammates with precision passes, and that's what made him successful under Woodson. While not primarily being known for his scoring, Prigioni could knock down open shots. He also made his three-point shots as well. But defensively, Priggy Smalls was a master of anticipation, often leading to steals and fast break opportunities for the New York Knicks. It was his experience and his understanding of the game that allowed him to be in the right place at the right time. And that's also what made him a valuable asset on defense for us. Got him playing time at the age of 35. Priggy Smalls' leadership, though, and his poise under pressure were hallmarks of his game, and this guided him on the team in New York in that high pressurized market. So that's where you see the comparisons that I have, but there's also contrasts. There's a deep understanding of the game that lies in both of them. Both of them possess leadership qualities that are necessary to be successful at the point guard position. However, both of their paths and their styles of play exhibit some differences. Kolek's game is a little bit more oriented towards scoring and creating his own shot. That's why it's important to see how he's playing in Summer League. Priggy Small was a facilitator and a playmaker. But he also came with extensive international experience, and that's what gives him a unique perspective and approach to his game. Different skill set compared to Kolek. Kolek primarily was here in the American basketball system, and there's differences in that. Differences in the background, differences in development, differences that have shaped the way their playing styles and strengths move forth. But what about their potential? And this is why I wanted to compare him to Priggy Smalls. Kolek has a scoring ability and defensive tenacity that makes him a promising prospect for our New York Knicks. I love his fit. His fit with different teams is what sparked the interest, but that's why the New York Knicks scooped him. He could be a scoring point guard. Also, he could be a facilitator. Also, he could be a defender. His career trajectory, I'm telling you, he's going to be a backup and maybe a starter one day in this league. He just has to adjust to the pace and the physicality of the NBA. But the comparisons to other successful point guards, I've heard some people say Steph. I've heard some people say Damian Lillard. And I think it's because of the scoring ability. But I think for himself, he's going to carve out a successful career in this league. He just got to continue to develop his skills and adapt to the professional level. And it's just like Pablo. When Pablo came over, he was 35 years old. Relatively short stint in the NBA. But it was marked by significant contributions to his teams. His impact was felt both on and off the court because he proved to be a leader when he was on the hardwood or when he was on the bench. All right, and that was a wealth of experience that was a steadying presence for a lot of the NBA players who turned out to be stars in this league. Basketball IQ, unquestioned. Skill set, unquestioned. So his comparisons to other veteran point guards in the league, he was playing behind Jason Kidd. And there was no drop-off in terms of basketball IQ when he came into the game. That's what I love. And that's what we're hoping for with Kolek and Brunson. No drop-off. Leadership. Achievement of success at the professional level. So when we talk about factors that would contribute to the success, obviously for Kolek and for Prigioni, it's their skill sets. How adaptable are they? What is their work ethic? Are they dedicated? All of that is crucial, especially in this New York Knicks market. Now, the coaching and the dynamics that they encounter also going to play a significant factor. And this is for both. They walked into a defensive-oriented, defensive identity team. Both players have shown the ability to lead and make smart decisions on the court. And those are essential traits for any successful point guard in the NBA. So I say all that to say this. I know it's a lot of word salad. Tyler Kolek, Pablo Prigioni, although they, have different backgrounds, they share common traits that make them effective point guards. Kolek's scoring ability and defensive skills. If he had Prigioni's playmaking and leadership abilities, come on, man, that's a formula for a successful point guard. Now, both had the potential for success in the NBA. We just have to see if Kolek's pans out. Point guard position remains the pivotal one in basketball. And it's the success of Kolek that's going to determine how far we go as a New York Knicks team, if we're going to actually be title contenders. We need his versatility, his intelligence, and his leadership. And we need that to be fast-tracked as soon as possible. I say by game 20. Some people say it's going to be campaign. Campaign is going to be, on the bench, man. I think Kolek is the answer. And definitely I see Kolek being the answer by game 20. But what do you say? Keep this in mind. Same thing applies to life that applies to our team. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. But remember this. Whether it's out there in the real world or here in these YouTube streets, here at Knicks Deli, everybody eats. I'm your boy Shit, and I'm out. Peace.